Hey guys, so this morning, Foodie uploaded a new vlog. It's called A Side of Syria You Never Knew Existed. And it looks like we're getting Foodie out experiencing nature, um, which could be pretty interesting. I'm going to go ahead and apologize now if you hear any noise in the background. We are in the middle of having thunderstorms today, and I am in Oklahoma, and we are known for our really loud, intense thunderstorms. So if you hear it, I'm sorry. It is just part of living here. I have not even peeked at this yet to get a picture for a thumbnail or anything. So we are going to experience this together. So let's get on over here and um, let's see what she's getting into today. I have no clue what to expect at this point.
Danger. I don't know why I agree to these dangerous activities. Whoa.
Okay, one slip. We haven't even made it in 11 seconds and I am pausing. I am so sorry. But one slip and there is no stopping her. She will just roll. And it's not even any hate on her. It is just the shape that she has and the amount of weight that she has pushing behind her. It just will create this force of inertia that just keeps her right on trucking along.
Hello, foodie beauties.
Hello, Beezers. Did you know you can now request a personalized video from me on Cameo that you can keep forever and ever? Cameos make great birthday and special occasion gifts. Check the link in the description and get your Cameo today. Can't wait to hear from you.
I have merch.
Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we are in a village somewhere in Syria, and we are actually in nature. So I'm going to show you a little bit of some beautiful nature here that Syria has to offer. People come here to get into the clean spring water, and it's like valleys, like, you know, you go down. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and you get to see another side of Syria. So yeah.
Some of how she describes things, it makes me wonder if she's actually ever experienced these things in real life, because she's like, hey guys, we're in Syria, and if you didn't notice by my surroundings, this is nature. And then and then she goes on to say, like, guys, we're gonna go into a valley. A valley, that's where it goes down. That's how valleys work. I'm just letting you know, because clearly y'all don't know what valleys are. It very much makes me wonder how much nature she experienced as a child, or even like as a young adult. How much did she ever actually get out into the world? Or has her life always existed within four walls, fast food, and malls?
Yalla. So this area of Syria is in a village far away from the bustling, busy city of Damascus. And I was just taken aback by the valleys, the mountains. It's a side of Syria that I've never seen, and most people don't see. So I wanted to show you a little bit of the more nature side of Syria. And this is actually one of the only first times that I actually have seen any kind of water in Syria.
This is the only first time. Well, if it's the only time you've seen it, I'm assuming that it would also be the first time. Sometimes I think that she tries so hard to portray herself, because the foodie we get in live streams and mukbangs is completely different than the foodie we get in vlogs. And I think some of it is because she is trying so hard to present herself as, um, you know, cultured and traveled, and like she is speaking from a place of authority and intelligence, that I think sometimes she just talks just to talk. And in the process, she gives herself away in the long run. This is the only first time. And we have a Salah in the wild. I wonder if she let him poop first.
Hello, guys.
There's no way I could go down there. It's steeper than it looks. Anyway. And here we are going down a huge mountain to get down to some water. And this is sped up, by the way. Salah is not driving this fast down the mountain, but it was a bit nerve-wracking, I gotta say. I've seen too many movies with people going over the side of cliffs like this.
That road is so narrow and so windy. I could not imagine what would happen if you met a vehicle coming the other way. I could, I am very much of the same mindset that Foodie is. Um, I, well, I'm not allowed to drive, because I have seizures, but even if I was allowed to drive, I would not be driving there. So I think it's very smart on her part to say, I will do no driving here, Salah will. And you know what? You have to give him some props for being willing to drive in some of these locations.
Like a little waterfall there. The water is extremely clean here. So I was told actually that this water here is actually clean enough to drink. I didn't drink it, but that's what I was told. I'm doing voiceover.
Okay, so generally, stagnant water is what is not safe. Running water tends to be safer. Also, if that is a spring-fed body of water, that also tends to be safe to drink, because for the spring to come up out of the ground, it gets filtered through all of those rocks and layers of sediment, and that is what purifies your water. That's how a purifier works. You have different layers that filter out different things so that the water is potable or drinkable. So there's a very good chance that is drinkable water. I do have to say I'm kind of impressed that she went to this length to give us something different. It's not a mall, it's not a food court. And people tend to think Syria or Middle East and we think desert. And so I'm really kind of impressed that she has done this. We're not halfway through yet, so there's no telling how this turns out, but you got to hand it to her. She did at least try on this one. And the spot that they are in is gorgeous.
For a lot of these segments because we were not alone. We were with few other people. So just because people were talking in the background, but here we are walking down this path to a bigger water area. There's like a little hut. I don't know if people live in here, but look at the clean water.
Okay, but there being a hut there makes sense. I don't know how many people in Girl World consume survivalist content. My husband is real big on it, and we watch a lot of it because that's what he enjoys. If we were out in the wild and we were having to for real rough it, survive it because we had no other shelter, we would build shelter near water, especially if it's potable water, because you can only go without water for 3 days. You can go without food a lot longer. So this is, whoever built that is genius. And it may not even be a hut to live in. If there's fish in here, you know, that just may be a fishing outpost.
I don't know why I agree to these dangerous activities. Can I touch this plant, or is it gonna kill me? Well, if I can't get up, my husband can help me. Strong
Oh my
man.
gosh.
I hope that I can get up myself, but well, oh my God.
This is a broken ankle. This is a broken hip. And if Foodie falls, it's not easy for her to get up. I don't know if anybody else remembers it or not. But do you remember the day she went to the beach in Kuwait by herself, and she sat down in the sand, and then it came time for her to get up, and she was like, guys, I've sunk in here. I don't know that I can get up. And watching her try to get up was just nerve-wracking. And it was like, who does she call? Who comes to get her out of it? I understand that sometimes I honestly think that these angles and the stuff that Salah films is him trolling her. He may actually be her biggest buddy troll ever. But at this point, like, we've seen her kind of toddling down. We get it. She did it. Why not turn the camera off and go back up and help her down?
God.
You need help?
I might need a hand, yeah. This is gonna slide when I walk on it. I can't get back up here, there's no way.
It's okay.
You think so? What if I
Your
fall?
left hand?
No, my right hand. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
She carries so much of her weight in front of her. I don't know how. I mean, that is a steep incline, and then she's leaning forward. I don't know how everything isn't just pulling her forward. And her reaction to all of this tells me that she is definitely, first of all, we know she's not an outdoorsy girl, but that this is not something that she has done regularly, even in her tinier days.
Oh my gosh, don't pull. Wait, wait.
Don't be afraid, yalla.
I am. Oh my god. It's very steep. Wait, you said to go sideways? Maybe that's better. Oh my gosh, babe.
Yalla.
Oh, yeah. Whoa! I'm gonna fall, I know it. Okay. Did I do
Almost
it?
there, Yalla.
Almost there?
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I did it. Okay, alhamdulillah.
I don't know how she is so scared of everything and still does what traveling she does do. You know, but at least she did it. Like, maybe she's going to find out she enjoys this. She may find out that she never wants to do it again. But I don't think anybody's stopped to think just how dangerous that portion was for her. My very first concussion that I got, I was out geocaching with my sister, and it had rained a little bit the day before, and I was going down an incline, and my feet went out from underneath me. I slid down, and when I hit the bottom, I caught my head on a huge root from a tree, and I had a horrible concussion. And then I ended up having to walk all the way back to where we had parked the car. So, you know, I'm kind of impressed she's doing it, to be honest, but at the same time, why would you do this in a country in Syria where it's so hard to get to medical aid? And how is Salah going to get her out by himself?
Nice. Great job, babe.
Ah,
You did it.
danger.
Okay.
They want me to put my feet in the water, but I don't trust myself. Whew, I don't know about that. I like nature, but doesn't like me.
You don't like nature, honey. Like, this is obvious at this point. She likes nature watching it on TV. She probably likes nature documentaries. This is not for her, obviously. And putting her feet in the water, I don't know if she's worried that she's going to slip on rocks or something, but I also don't think that she understands that, what makes rocks slippery is algae, and algae builds up in stagnant water. This is running, moving water, which means there's going to be less algae and stuff that would make anything slippery. So she could be soaking her feet with everybody else, but it appears we're going to just seal on the beach, I guess, rocks, whatever this is.
Just want to go back to the car and eat my shawarma. I'm trying to enjoy myself. Okay, keeping my shoes on. They'll dry fast because there's all rocks and it's gonna hurt. But, oh my goodness, they're gonna be slippery, aren't they? Oh, this feels nice on the feet though, I have to say. Wow, okay, okay. I hope I don't get carried downstream and drown or something. No, woo.
Okay, that water is not moving fast enough to sweep her feet out. And at most, all that's going to happen, she would fall over and she would dam up that spring. That's it. Like, it would just be a Foodie dam. That's it. Some of the thoughts that she has that comes into her mind are so irrational and ridiculous. It's not even funny.
Okay, I never did this before. Oh boy, it's deep here. Woo! It's deep, it's deep. You gotta watch all the rocks. Wow, nice. Addy, okay.
Good job. Nice.
Is that as far as she's going? Like, clearly Salah made it across and is fine. So the water was not fast enough to sweep him away. If it's not going to sweep him away, it is not going to sweep her away. My husband has dragged me out to, I cannot tell you how many places we have hiked through and trekked through, and there's grass and stuff taller than me and mud up to my knees, and he's never had to sit there and cheer me on and turn around and be like, good job babe. But I'm not sheltered and stay in my four walls. I don't understand how she lives a normal life. We are scared of too many people. We are scared of elevators. We are scared of nature. We are scared of moving water. How do you live at this point? And she talks a big game, but then when she is actually for real put in the situation, it becomes evident just how fearful she is just to exist outside of a living room with a couch and a TV.
Thank you. This is better than the gym. Hey. All right, so just sitting on a rock, and it's nice and cooling on the feet, I gotta say. And I don't know how I'm gonna get back up that hill, but that'll be interesting. This is very relaxing and just sitting enjoying the nature with my feet in the water. It reminds me of going in like a creek as a kid and playing. I haven't done something like this since being a kid, actually. I gotta go back up.
Never would have guessed. Never in a million years would have guessed that you haven't done something like this since you were a child. Doing stuff like this keeps you young. It keeps you healthy. It is so good for your mood, for your morale. Like this, being out in nature is one of the best things that you can do. And I think if she would start implementing this more, it would do so much good for her.
Up this hill, and I don't think you guys can see how steep it is from the camera. It doesn't do it justice, and the sand is loose, so it keeps like sliding under my weight. So I'm trying to hang on, but there's like thorn bushes on either side, but Salah helped me down anyway. Salah is sealing in nature. He has a stick, a stick holding his head up.
Oh my gosh.
Spear fishing.
Fair.
Guys, that is what we need. I just realized what we need. We need Salah and Foodie on an episode of Naked and Afraid. It would probably have to be not so naked and afraid. I would be glued to the screen. Could you imagine him in a survivalist situation, having to provide food and shelter and fire while dragging her through a jungle or forest? That is how you get ratings. That would be a top tier #1 episode. I need it in my life.
Oh, shukran. Thank you. Shawarma in nature. So Syrian shawarma again. I'll say it for the millionth time. The best.
We cannot go a single vlog or live stream for that matter without food and having to listen to jaw clicks. Like, I understand they were there all day, so you're gonna need to eat, but that doesn't need to be filmed. If the whole point of this is nature and getting out and experiencing nature, why eat fast food next to the creek?
Alright guys, as you can see I'm dressed into something else because we just got back from the lake, whatever you call it, the valley, the stream, the spring. We spent a few hours there.
The waterfall.
The waterfall, yeah, in Syria. Now I'm dressed up into something else. We're going to visit more company. I guess I'll finish the vlog here. So thank you for coming with us. I love showing you guys different sides of Syria. There's still so much to see. So just be patient with us. As the weather gets cooler and cooler, we'll be able to go do more and more. But, you know, in the village area, the valley area and everything like that, it was actually pretty cool. There was a nice breeze and the water was cool. It wasn't too cold, but it was pretty cold actually. It was, it wasn't warm, so it was nice and refreshing. And it was almost like like a spa, just like massaging your feet, like the nice cool water running through it. So yeah, we had a really nice time, and I really look forward to showing you more, like I said. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time, love from Syria. Bye, masalama.
Oh, no, we don't want to replay that. Okay. So, that was another example of her over explaining, trying to sound like she's really speaking from a place of education, like saying cool water, like the water was cool. That is more than enough to describe it. Sitting there and saying, well, the water was cool, but it wasn't really cold, but it was kind of cold actually, but it was cool. It wasn't necessarily warm. And okay, we spent all of that time describing cool water, which is what you started with. Sometimes I don't think that she understands that even if it is a short, concise explanation, that comes off as more intelligent and more from a place of authority than spending 20 minutes dragging it out, talking around in circles just to get back to the original point that the water was cool. And you can also tell, she's like, as you can tell, I have changed my clothes because we just got back from the Creek Valley thing. Most people, when they have been out in nature, immediately walk in the door and change their clothes. I don't know about Syria, but here in Oklahoma, we have chiggers, we have ticks, um, we have tons of poison ivy, tons of poison sumac. And then we also have like the little stickers, like the briars and stuff. Um, so generally, when people walk in the door, you immediately walk to the bathroom, change your clothes, and then throw them in the washing machine because you don't want that stuff loose in the house. Clearly, she does not understand how that works, but you can also tell at the end of this that she is beyond irritated. I have to go visit people. I have had a big day. I cannot believe I need to go see people. This is part of their culture. This is normal. And she just continues complaining about it, which is weird because she has been there 2 months now, almost 3 months. And she's still complaining about it and she is still shocked by it. I don't think she realizes that this is not like Kuwait. She's not going to be able to complain loud enough and long enough to get her way. Salah is getting a backbone here. He is starting to compare her towards the other women that he is around, but he is also comparing himself to how the other men get treated by their wives. And I think eventually he's going to put his foot down and she's either going to have to leave or she's going to have to step up to the plate and really do what it is that he wants. Um, all in all, I was kind of impressed. I'd hate to say that because it is Foodie, but like the effort was there. Um, it was a bit entertaining. I giggled, but it was at her expense most of the time. Um, but yeah, this maybe we'll get more content like this. I don't know. Um, let me know um, what you guys would like to see Foodie do um, in Syria. Um, let me let me know about y'all's hiking stories and stuff like that. I have plenty. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and go. It sounds like the rain has stopped for a bit. So I'm probably gonna take the boys out and then get some stuff done around the house. So until I see you guys later, I am going to remind you that you need to be good and behave yourselves. However, if you can't do that, at least make me proud and then post it online so we can talk about it later.